it Tuesday. Test it Tuesday. Test it Tuesday.
It's a brand new day. Wake up, darling, show me what you can do with the gifts you're given. Trust.
Hey y'all, so I decided to take on the task of twisting my own hair for the very first time, and I put in a lot of effort recording for hours only to find out that the actual clips that I recorded, they were too blurry, they were out of focus. I had to actually scrap a lot of the footage. So this is basically what I have left. If I do this again, I will make sure to definitely record it again. If you have any questions while watching this video, please make sure to comment below so that I can actually give you a proper answer, a proper response. Or if you just want to discuss and talk about the process of braiding your own hair and why this is much better than going to sit down for like 6 hours plus and paying over $100 to get your hair braided. I will speed up later on in this video, but right now I just wanted to show you just how I twisted my hair and just how I began the process. If you see right now, I am basically almost done with my hair. I have most of it already twisted up, and I just want to talk you through what I did before, how I prepped before I started twisting my hair. I have braided my hair once before, but this is the first time that I've done twist, I guess Senegalese twist. So this is the first time that I've done that myself. So before I began this process, I realized that the first time that I braided my hair, my biggest mistake was parting the hair and trying to make sure that some pieces weren't bigger than the other. And that was actually my issue the first time. It didn't look right. The spacing wasn't right at all. So I did that maybe 3 years ago. And right now I was bored, so I decided to try again. So before I actually did this, the day before I twisted, I went ahead, I washed and conditioned my hair, and I blow dried it. I don't really blow dry out my hair often, but I wanted it to be easier or a little manageable for me to twist. So after I blow dried out my hair, I took some time to go ahead and part my hair how I wanted it. So I parted my hair and then I twisted it down. That process alone maybe took about an hour to 2 hours because I wanted to part it exactly how I wanted my braids to look, exactly how I wanted the spacing in my braids to look. I think doing this saved me a lot more time. This could have easily taken 2 days to do. It took a long time in general, but it could have taken much more longer, and I would have probably just gotten annoyed, and then it just wouldn't look right, because if I'm not feeling it, it's not it's not gonna end up looking right at all. So I twisted my hair and then I put a scarf over it and I went to sleep. So basically I just had little twists all over my head with the exact parting that I wanted. I actually recorded it, but it looked horrible. Like the lighting in my room was off. It was too sunny outside and they just shined right onto my room. So I just don't feel comfortable adding that video in it. I want to have some sort of semi good quality in this, So when I first start twisting my hair, as you can see, I already have the pre-section parts. So I take out the section that I want to take out, and then I take the hair, I stretch it out, and then I begin the process of twisting. So some people begin their twists with little braids at the very bottom of it, and then some people do the invisible twist method. I more so did the invisible method. I wish the close-up shots were more in focus, but when I start, I initially make sure that it's tight and it's twisted at the bottom. So once I keep going, it doesn't become loose. It's really hard to kind of describe the exact process to you because when I first started, I had to just keep doing it over and over and over again until I got the hang of it. and then I realized that I can come back later on to fix the ones that I initially started with. So you don't want it to be too tight, or the minute you tie it up it's all gonna unravel or not look nice. And you don't want it to look too loose, because then when you tie it up it's not gonna be tight enough and it's just not gonna look right. I guess the biggest thing that I learned from this is you just have to keep trying. And then, like, if you're initially starting, just make sure that you know you don't have to spend so much time on that just one braid. When I first started, I put edge control at the roots of my hair just to make sure that it's smoothed down and there are like no pieces sticking up or anything like that. No specific brand for edge control is important. I honestly just found a $2 one and I picked it up. And then I section my hair. If you see, I try to make sure that it's not just a blunt hair, and I stretch it out first before I begin the process of twisting it all down. And if you look closely at my fingers, you will see that when I am twisting down, I twist it around itself. I really don't know if this makes sense at all. I promise y'all I would do a different video next time when I do this again, because I think it's very hard for you to see right now, but you get just a general sense of it. So I got y'all next time. But yeah, I twist the hair around itself too, just to make sure that it stays and it doesn't loosen up as I go. So this I actually learned along the way. I didn't like realize that I could do this when I initially started twisting. Eventually, when I got to the middle of my hair, I started doing this. And at the ends, I tie it up, and then I use a little torch to light it up and make sure that it's tied up at the bottom. Yeah. So I just did this all over my head, and again, making sure to pre-section my hair was a game changer. Pre-sectioning just made it easier for me to manage. This is the final. Okay, so once I finished my hair, it was super long. I could have probably cut it down a lot more than I did initially, but I still really like the results, and I didn't have to pay $100 and then something plus bucks for it. And every time that I go get my hair braided in the salon, they give me the hair to separate for them, which makes no sense at all. I honestly think that they asked me to do that only because I'm African and only because they think I'm like much younger than I look. So my mom would get so upset every time I came home and told her that. But this was much better in my own house with my own snacks. Don't have to wear pants. So I have some of those gold clips. I will clip some in there. If later on I end up doing styles with this, I will probably post more pictures on my Instagram, so you should follow me there so you can see more pictures. I am excited. I didn't expect this to turn out good at all. I'm proud of myself. Give myself a little pat on the back. Yeah, I like it. Okay, thank you for joining me on this braiding journey. I will do it again one day. I would encourage anyone who wants to take on this task of braiding your own hair, at least try at least 2 times, because this is my second trial of braiding my own hair. This is my first twist, but my second trial of like installing extensions into my own hair. I would say try it and see how it works out for you. If it doesn't work out the first time, keep trying, because you're gonna save yourself a lot of money. I care about your coins, even if you don't. All right, bye.
Rise and shine, gotta get the day started. Sun beaming in my face as the blessings keep falling.